Scoopers, it's Big Mike,
DJ Jeti,
DJ JSteezy,
and we're here with TechniColouR.
That's Devault and GTWIST. Give it up, guys.
What's up, guys? Thanks for coming to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Which is grass.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. All right, so we've checked out a couple of your songs. We discovered you by this guy, actually. He ran into you guys where? You want to tell the story, man?
Yeah, no, they ran into me. So I was working at a certain.
Well, I mean, how can you not?
Exactly, right? How can you not? Wait, is that a fat joke?
No, go ahead.
No respect, I tell you. So, working
That's not
at
your line
we're working at whose line is it anyway?
Rodney Dangerfield. Anyway,
so working at a certain lounge here in Brawley, this guy comes up, hat backwards, walking up, all cool, and I'm working security, little bouncer. So I'm like, "What's up?" With his chanclas on and his shorts.
That's me.
And I'm like, yeah, he's not coming in. What's up? Hey, I was wondering if they wanted to see if the owner could
maybe give them
a spot. And
yeah, I don't know. It's every business owner kind of
exactly. So I got their name, their number, and I said, see what I can do, and I couldn't do, but here I am doing.
Yeah, and then you introduced us to the music, and we checked it out. Be honest, keep it a buck 100. It was kind of like I heard certain songs that I was just like maybe I wasn't feeling it at the time, but then they actually did I know this is pre-recorded backwards, but they did a performance for us, and man,
live pre-recorded performance.
Yeah, it was something else. Like I got chills. Watch, you'll probably see.
And they're multiplying.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm losing control.
Okay, Grease Lightning.
That's right.
But anyways, okay, the generic questions everyone asks, because we don't know, maybe your guys' followers, fans know, but for everyone else out there that's new to Devault and GTWIST, like, where'd you guys meet? Are you guys related? Or you guys go to school together? Or
You want to kick it off?
Yeah,
same drug dealer? I don't know. It happens.
Maybe. Now, we both went to high school in Imperial. We graduated in 2006, so we were best friends in high school.
Okay.
Nice. We dibbled and dabbled in our own little thing. Like, I was in band and sports, and then he was like audiovisual nerd. I'm just kidding, he wasn't. He was in band. He was in band too. He was in band. He was the drum major for band. Played all kinds of instruments and stuff. So yeah, it was cool, man. Like, so we just gravitated towards each other for doing music, and we've been doing it ever since, man.
Well, the first group that we were in was a rock group.
Okay.
And so it was at the time like death metal was huge down there. So we tried our hand at that and we failed. But we had one show at Planners Hotel here in Brawley before it burned down.
Was that more like a Slipknot knot?
The Slipknot. Yeah.
So Planners, man.
Yeah, that's throwback
memories.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Planners, wow.
Yeah. And ever since back in those days, we threw that show too. We've always been self-motivated to try to elevate with our music, regardless of which project we were doing.
So since 2006?
Yeah.
6-ish?
Yeah.
And then you guys kept like a certain style, or did like over the years you kind of messed around with different sounds, or talk about just the experience? Because I know from musical backgrounds, like I had a lot of Santana and just different, DJ Irene, shout out to DJ Irene. And it's just all the music influence. So talk a little bit about your guys' influence and how it kind of like got to where you guys are at now.
Yeah, how did you guys evolve, You
want me to take this? Oh, yeah. So when we first started, like I said, he came from a strictly hip hop background.
Okay.
And I wasn't into that much hip hop at that point in time back in '06. And so he's like, dude, you gotta check out these tracks. He introduced me to, old school stuff. What was in at the time, like Kanye and
No, so like I'm talking like underground, man. So I'm talking like no,
Sage Francis.
No, like Sage Francis, Atmosphere,
Yes.
Little Brother.
Yeah.
Who? Brother Ali, like all these guys. So
yes.
like my background was like battle rapping in high school, man. So like gaining respect, like at school and stuff, and just writing bars and writing verses, and that's what I told him, like, hey man, like because back then like that was still like 8 Miles coming out type of thing, and everybody wanted to earn respect on the grounds and stuff. So I said, hey, check this out, and then he's like, well, hey, check out this rock stuff, and then like I said, it just kind of
traded off.
fused together to make a not like a genre of music, but like just
multi-genre.
Yeah, multi-genre, just of what he liked, what I liked, and then hey, let's kind of maybe combine something. But at the time, I was doing like my own single thing, like doing my own music, making beats. He was doing his rock stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And what's a trip is like when you guys talk about the styles, the two different styles you guys had. When you talk about it, I picture like something like Linkin Park, but it feels something so different.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, like this is new.
It's a different
It's
blend.
new.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're trying to like all of our songs sound different.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, it's like
So-
you guys gave me like a style of like you kind of have like a raw East Coast style in a way, to down to a point to like the Chicago Lupe Fiasco.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
You know,
and
and you have a style it's more, in a way, it's a little more melodic.
Yeah.
And and has that, still has like a country Bubba Sparks hip hop raw feel
That's
to
cool.
it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's the way. That's the way I see
yeah.
it.
I dig
You know,
it.
and like you said, you guys came with your own styles. And you guys meshed together. And it's actually meshing really well because, I mean, you guys are dope, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Where'd you guys start like kind of promoting yourself? Because I know it's kind of hard, especially you guys are originally
Yeah,
from
originally
LA.
from here in the Valley.
Okay.
Born and raised in Imperial.
So it's like I know what that feels like. It's like how hard is it to like get kind of like a fan base? Because I know at that time everybody was trying to rap, everybody was trying to be a producer. So what route did you guys take to kind of stand out or what kind of shows were you guys promoting?
So that was more like house parties, man. Like really throwing it back. Like someone has a setup. Oh, they DJ.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to hear my track? And they're like, yeah. And then let's
We
just
hop on.
Yeah. And then like we could throw it on at a party. And then like more so word of mouth, I think back then. But now like you got SoundCloud and all these social media platforms that you can kind of delegate your music to.
Well, and even like with promotion, I mean, back then, there was house parties when we lived down here.
Yeah.
We lived in Costa. We were roommates out in Costa Mesa for a while too, so we wrote
nice.
music out there. And I think throughout the years, our music styles have changed, but I mean, we still have that basic foundation of where we came from.
I think a good word would be like evolve, maybe elevate it a little bit. It's all about progression, man. It's because if I look back like where we started.
And like marketing then too.
Yeah.
It's like he was used to the hip hop style of marketing, so he would play clubs and he'd go out and with his former group, and then I was used to the rock and roll, like the old school method of passing out flyers.
Right.
I'm out there, I'm driving around town, like come check out the show this weekend.
That's cool.
Come see my band, and we had to sell tickets to play shows like that up in Orange County.
Yeah.
So it was playing up at Chain Reaction and Glass House in Pomona.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when did you guys actually start? Like before maybe you guys met up? Was you guys already influenced the music? You said you had a band. Was there any like talent shows you guys did, or like just to get you on stage? Because it's one thing to have a talent, but two, to like showcase it. Not everybody can do it.
I think more like maybe like mine was more like in high school, man. Like I said, is doing just at lunchtime, spin some bars and just you had a crowd, you want to battle somebody else, something like that. But then like I think with Devault, it'd be more like the rock aspect, like just playing like it could be a house party, it could be playing at
wherever,
whenever you have somebody. But I dig that, man. I think it's raw, bro.
That's cool.
It's so raw.
And it's funny because when I think of you guys now, it's kind of like the rocker always got the girl. The rapper always stole the girl.
There we go.
And that's when we go to the word.
Well, come on, man.
Oh no, not today.
Not the same girl, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, so there's a story behind there.
Yeah, VH1 behind the
Behind the music.
I noticed you guys have a pretty decent following on YouTube. It's like that's actually pretty dope. Because how can I say it's hard for somebody to get somebody to go and say, hey, subscribe to our show. Or
Subscribe to our show.
Subscribe to our show, people.
And there's
yeah, but it's hard to get people to just get them over and like just a touch of a finger,
Yeah, absolutely.
subscribe and notification bell on, and it was like you guys have like 3,200 followers.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I was like,
That's impressive.
that is
very
impressive.
good.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
How did you guys to get there.
They got the cheeseburgers, man.
Flyers don't work online now.
Yeah, so it's more. I know it's not. We're in that genre, man. Like I said, of social media being the platform to literally reach out to everybody. And you guys know that having your channel and your podcast and stuff. And I think it's just that is word of mouth, but a different way. It's more digital, more stuff like that. So it's like I game, I play Xbox and stuff like that. So it's like if you're playing, you're like, hey, like. I don't want to be that guy with like shameless promotion. You're like, hey man, like, but people are like, people are playing music in the background. You're like, oh, you listen to that? Be like, well, hey man, you might like our stuff. And what's the worst case scenario they say is no, and I'm in the same place I'm at now, man. But like you said, let's take them out. But no, like I think
listen to my music.
yeah. But I think like you said, it's once they hit that button, man, it's. I'm very humble when it like even from you guys saying like, hey, we like your stuff, and that really touches my heart, bro. And not just because of this, but I know the boss says the same thing. It's anybody that takes the time out to listen to our music, show support.
Right.
I humbly appreciate that, man, and I'm very grateful for that, for sure.
So how many albums do you guys have out already?
So we have 4 currently up on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Our first one, and it's funny, we released them all within the past year.
Oh, wow.
So we've been
Working, man.
on the grind.
Nice.
Yes.
Go ahead and shout out the SoundCloud, man.
SoundCloud, yeah. So my SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/Devault27, and
Mine is pure metaphors.
yeah. So
We'll have the links down in the description for you too. So it's
Don't
pretty
forget
easy for you to
hit that like.
subscribe and hit that little bell. You know, I know it's a little too much work to like hop over, hit that little bell. But you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
with that though too, I mean the songs that we performed for the live session today. The first track, Push It Along, was off of our first album,
cool.
80s Drive, and that was our first really collaborative effort together.
If you don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah,
because Devault called me. I was in New York, like I said. I'm serving in the Army, and
Thank you.
thank you. I appreciate you guys. He called me and he's like, hey man, I got this project, and he's like, I didn't reach out to anybody except you, because he's like, I know that you make beats, I know you can record, so he's like, I know you've had my back, bro. So this album, as far as the first project we did, 80s Drive was pretty much like his concept, and it talks about just anything in the valley, going to San Diego and experiencing life maybe in a quote unquote bigger city, but then still remembering, the little things like here, Brawley, Imperial, Hopeville, El Centro, all that stuff. So that's kind of cool.
And like the thoughts, because 8 East Drive, I mean that's the freeway right there.
Right.
8 East coming down, coming back home from San Diego.
That's dope.
So it's like those thoughts.
Yeah,
it's like those thoughts that run through your head, like while you're going back home. So you have some of the more partier songs on that one, but you also have more of the underground stuff was on that album.
Yeah, that was more. I think, like I said, like the Sage Francis, atmosphere type of thing, to where we did have a couple party songs, but more so like some underground stuff, man. Just speaking emotion. Being able to be free on the track, pretty much.
And I could say we were kind of on the same boat then, because you gotta say you love Rock the Bells.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's just there's just so many underground artists that you catch at Rock the Bells. It's just like it's mind blowing. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like I guess like when I first saw what's his Dilated Peoples.
Okay,
even before they were even, they were still like majorly underground.
Yeah.
When I saw them live, I was just like, oh my god. It was just
blown away, man.
Yeah. It's just the appreciation of the art, the music, how they go from putting it together, and I see you guys going along that route where it's just your guys' chemistry first of all. That's the main thing, and it's just something that you guys have. You guys have that flow, and it's just automatically, you guys did practice runs, and it was like, damn, the practice run is like really not needed.
They didn't practice; it was live.
So it's just awesome to see.
Thank you.
For you guys to come and gel that way, it's pretty.
Now you like you said, thank you for serving.
Thank you,
did that change any way you perform, or did it kind of change the way you write music? Like I'm sure like every life experience kind of touches you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
man.
it's just like I would like to kind of pick your brain.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I wrote like the song we did, Drown. It's crazy because both of our girlfriends at the time, they're on that hook. So it's like, obviously girls I'm dating or family experiences, but being in the military, man, I've seen some stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it though, but I love what I do, and it's but it's a different type of thing, man. But yeah, it's like I like to I know Devault does this too, is having like an out of body experience to where you almost look at yourself like third person kind of, and you see things from other people's perspective. And I like writing stuff about that, and I think you do too, right?
Yeah, if you could cross analyze life itself through different perspectives.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where it comes through, and with all of our lyrical content, we try to. We scrutinize over lyrics. Yeah. Like, all right, so what are we writing about here? What's the theme? And all of our albums have themes too. That we've done.
So like you said, the first one was 80s Drive. So that's, like I said, that. And then the second one we did was Nights in Atlantis, which was his pretty much concept, and I produced it. And like I said, everything I produced and we recorded in my studio and stuff. But that one was more, what would you say?
That was a concept album.
Yeah.
And it was probably the most rockish that we've gotten. That was Drown.
Drown was from that album.
Cool. From the live sessions that we did with y'all today. But with that album, that kind of told the story about like Atlantis is this fictional city.
Right.
And the city drowns. And no one makes it out alive. But through the eyes of the narrator or the protagonist, he's the only one who escapes the darkness of this city of partying that he's been in. And he rises above pretty much it's worldly sin.
Yeah.
So you have like those party songs on there too, but then you have like the real moments where it's like, man,
this is like a whole movie. Going back to like how you said the studio was like, so do you produce a lot of your own music?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And like you were saying earlier, beats?
Yeah, beats I've been doing, being in the drum line and stuff like that. So in high school I was making, beats on my own. I had a drum set, like we were in a band, so I did that. But then, I got my keyboard, my drum pad, all the typical things, and using like Fruity Loops, using that. Then record, we use Adobe and Pro Tools. But yeah, man, I love making just music in general. I made beats for other people, like I've made beats for us. So it's just the look on someone's like, damn, dude, like just the face they make, or like, you can tell that they really enjoy the sound or whatever it is. So that's cool, man.
Something that you made.
Yeah.
One thing I liked is like your guys is I saw on YouTube. You guys performed at the school.
Yeah,
I did. How did that feel, man? 'Cause that's one thing I want to go back and do it.
Yeah.
Look, the kids are gonna be looking at me all like, right?
But he's all fired.
Yeah. So this dude, he actually works there as a teacher.
Okay.
So a lot of our fan base is pretty much generalized. I would say maybe about like 70-80% is in the high school, because he's completely involved with them. He sees them every day. Wear these shirts and like, who's that? And like, shameless plug, hey, check out his stuff, right? But from the faculty, they that song, like I said, we performed Drown there at the high school, and I think there was like 2,000 kids in the gym, man, and it was packed because it was for it was the senior like farewell assembly.
Oh, nice.
So it's like subscribe or you're not gonna graduate.
Pretty much.
You know what? I like it.
That's what you got all your subscribers.
We had to do a senior project. They had to subscribe.
That's right. That's what Devault said. He goes, hey, if you don't do this.
That's how they got their 2,000 followers.
No, okay, because I know our generation to the generation now.
Yeah.
How did you feel that these kids nowadays, how do you feel like the way they reacted towards your music? Because everybody now is more Little Yachty, and it's just like it's just that bubblegum hip hop that it's like just slap a beat onto it,
Were they like welcoming when you guys went out? And
when
for that performance.
Yeah.
When we went out there, we were a little nervous before that performance too, because that's our alma mater.
That was the biggest crowd, man. And then also, like I said, is being back at your old high school is like you don't want to look like a scrub, like. It's like he works there. I used to go. We were high school students there, so it's just like. But he introduced. He's like, I'm Devault, I'm GTWIST, and everybody just went. And right there, I was like, dude, that's the feeling, man.
The
right there
as well. Yeah, it was well received.
Big time, man. But it felt good. But I guess what were we saying about like how we were?
How
the new generation.
How were you accepted by them? Because were you accepting like here we are, open arms.
I think more.
Most
of them,
yeah. Most of them have been really receptive to the music,
nice.
and it's funny because it's weird. Sometimes I'll walk on campus and I'll hear our music playing. So I'm like, man, that's pretty cool.
Who sings it?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
So I'm like, okay, cool, and they'll pull up, to school or whatever, and they'll be bumping it on their stereos.
Extra credit. They
Yeah.
want extra credit. Extra credit.
They're like, where's your hall pass? No, go ahead.
You're good.
That's pretty cool.
Is that Nightmare playing? Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
But
No.
like, I did a report on Devault GTWIST.
No, didn't somebody do that?
Really?
Go on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, straight
Oh,
up.
People
wow.
have done assignments on us and our music, yeah.
So like he said like they'd be in class and like they're giving they're like, hey, this album, and they're all like, this song is from which album? And then they're like, oh, it's from this. I'm like, no, you guys don't know
They have
Devault.
like a trivia.
Like a trivia game. And I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
That's pretty
These
awesome,
kids,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
So it's cool, bro. It's like, to me, it's a different thing because I'm like, I never experienced like a younger crowd liking my stuff. But like you said, I guess them welcoming us with open arms is cool, man. Meaning it's like they have, not to be disrespectful, but they have like a short attention span.
No,
So if you
yeah.
can grasp that, which I think we do very well, then
Yeah.
it's cake, man. Or in this case, it's ice cream,
Ice cream.
Yeah.
Triple scoop. But yeah, that's awesome, bro, because I can see you're a big influence to these kids, man. And
Try to be, yeah.
and the music, it falls into place. It's not talking like, I don't hear, we might have one or two songs, right? Well, the club, the money,
Yeah.
but for the most part, like, all your guys is meaningful. The music is meaningful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's important.
And it's awesome to see that, and somebody that works that's actually, artist in the school system. It's cool because, I know me growing up, the time my teacher was like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to do music. Like the same thing. I was on the drum line, I was in band, and it's like, I want to do music, and it's like right away, teachers just want to shut you down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, you can't. That's not a career. And it's just like, what do you mean? It's
What
not
is
a
it?
career?
What the man says.
Yeah. And it's just like, and I feel, because we're such in a small, the valley's so small.
Mhm.
It's like, career day, you have your COs, you have your nurses, you have border patrol.
That's all there is in the valley.
Why don't you bring? I've always said, why don't you bring somebody from Los Angeles Recording School and say, you know what? There's more opportunities in the industry than just being an artist. There's engineering, there's audio visual, there's audio, there's
Recording for like news. Like,
exactly. It's not, but automatically you want to go into the entertainment industry. It just seems like it's a lot of people are closed-minded in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, give the kid a shot. Don't knock his dream.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'll play devil's advocate. Okay, if you guys weren't doing this, would it be like a cooking show? I like to cook, so I don't know. Like,
Cooking with Devault and GTWIST.
it sounds like a show.
There you go. How you doing?
See how I told you I'd come up with random things.
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
one.
we have a
Remember?
background plan.
That's
There
our
you go.
backup plan.
That's our backup.
Today I'm going to show you how to boil an egg.
We'll try not to burn water this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I understand you actually have a pretty good resume as far as your music background.
Yeah, man. I don't like putting myself out there, but I've done a few things which I think is cool, and I think it, like I said, is bringing it to the group. I can be like, hey, man, I've been there, so let me help you along, and we can prepare for being on stage with this many people, or if it's a A-list celebrity, we can do that. But yeah, I've opened up for Pitbull and Mexicali when he played at Fiesta del Sol.
Oh yeah, Chico.
And I've performed Fat Joe. His was in Las Vegas, and then Busta Rhymes was in New York when I was stationed up there. So it was pretty cool, man. I'm very humble, and they're pretty cool guys. I think the most approachable one was Pitbull. I know that a lot of people have their own opinions, but he was really cool with me, man.
Sarah, you my cousin?
He used to look like
Pitbull.
I used to look like him. Like I
He
had
had
no
shaved
hair,
head,
no hair here, no beard.
He had the glasses too.
And I had the glasses,
Yeah.
and I could do the Mr. 305, bro.
Shout out to Pitbull.
Yeah, one time.
You had me question, like, man, who's my friend?
Well, I'm a stunt double.
There you go.
But no, like I said, man, I'm very humble for like the people that I was around with. They were able to bring me onto that type of scene. So like, if he was, if we were as a group, man, I would have most definitely brought him along because
For sure.
at the time it was cool. But it's good and bad. What you guys know about music is, I got to perform with them, but we were promised some things, and of course things flake out. But as far as experience goes, man, I'm really glad I got to. Pictures I think are worth more than cash at the end of the day or any other type of thing.
And that's cool, and I really like that. Like you shared that because, like you said, you're a real humble dude. I can tell. But we need to share things like this because it might spark the next little kid that wants to go into it and do it. It's like, what about my hometown? What about someone that looks like me? What about And you know what? It's awesome that you can share these stories and give hope to the new generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody could be president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was proven. Whatever opinion you have on the guy, like how you said it.
I think like what you said though is another thing. Like Devault being a teacher is a form of a role model too, man. So like you said about being, what is it?
Yeah, about being. Involved. If you engage the youth and you connect with them on an individual level, and you actually take the time to listen to them, to their thoughts, their dreams, their desires. Not so much trying to cram something else down their throat or like a different position that they don't want to hear. Yeah. It's like, what do you see yourself doing in the future, and how can we help you as educators or as role models, adults? How can we help propel you to that level of success that you're looking for in whichever field interests you?
That's cool.
And that's what teachers should do.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Listen to the youth and listen to their thoughts.
Like you guys have such a nice chemistry that I don't know. It's too Mr. Nice Guy, but like okay, even us like we have great chemistry, but there's times where like I want to like literally push him off the chair.
Oh,
now has that ever like you don't have to go into detail, but I mean if you want to,
you been wanting to push me off the chair. I fell off the chair on my own.
Yeah, bro,
that's why I don't have to.
You just sit on the hot seat, bro.
Just a little bit. But because like it's not all. It's okay. I'm gonna go there. It's sort of like a marriage. Like when like we work together, you guys work together. I know it's not all fun and games. There's a lot of hard work, but there's gotta be times where you kind of. How do you guys get through that? And what like do you have an example where you guys butt heads, but then you guys were able to.
Oh yeah, man, numerous times.
There's a time I just want to kill each other.
Like all day, bro.
A few minutes ago before they even showed up.
They're on Fortnite. They're like, don't do it. That's my dance.
doing the floss dance.
There you go.
Oh man.
No, but yeah, it's like with anything, man. It's not all. I like to say it's not all smoke and mirrors like a magician. Like they make everything look nice, and then behind the scenes is where the work is. But yeah, sometimes what is it? Thoughts and stuff they collide, and your how you look at things, and different perspective is man. They collide with anything, and like you guys already know that. You guys say you guys jive together and stuff, but
Devault's like, how did this turn into therapy?
You're gonna stand over here, and I'm gonna stand over there.
That's my cord.
That's my cord.
That's my lucky mic. What are you doing?
I think it'd be more like as far as ideas and concept go on tracks. Like as far as what you're putting into the music, because sometimes, like I know with you guys, it's the same thing. Is some ideas they don't jive together. Where I'm like, hey, dude, I got a vision for this. Do you want to, can you see yourself on it? And then he's like, let's tweak it. And then I'm like, dude, you want a completely different way.
He tells me, he's like, you went left.
I'm like, dude, I can't even. I'm like, bro, I
field.
can't even do what you're doing right now. And he's all, well, let's just try it. And then 90% of the time, things come out good. Because me, I'm like. I'd rather be, not a pessimist, but I'd be, a realist, right? I'm all, dude, I don't think that's going to knock. And then I'm like, okay, it does. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then it blows my mind too.
Specific example that he's talking
Yeah,
about.
you already know.
Here we go.
So, with our Faded Promises EP,
That's our fourth EP, by the way.
Our fourth one that we just released. We were kind of debating, actually, both that one and our third EP, because we did two summer EPs, and they're vastly different.
Third one was Castles in the Sand with Sun in Our Eyes, which is more the lightheartedness of summer.
He let production on that.
Yeah, things like that make you happy as summer, at the beach, hanging out with your old lady, anything. Man, going to a bar, just chilling, having a beer, whatever. And then Faded Promises was just a 3-track EP, which was more like the darker side of summer.
So where things end. When summer ends and you have to come to terms.
The summer girlfriend goes away.
There you go.
Pretty much.
I didn't jump into that.
Somebody had a summer girlfriend.
I just dove right in there, yeah. But what we're talking about.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Kiki, she don't love me.
No, it's like fair time. You know what? I can't go.
I gotta stay home and
I gotta stay home and wash my shoes.
That's right.
Yeah. What are you talking about though? We argued about it's a specific song.
It's a specific song, and it stems from
Vendetta. So Vendetta, the opening track of Faded Promises, Vendetta.
The movie?
Right?
That was cool.
Yeah.
V for Vendetta.
That's right.
But yeah, that track, we argued about that probably more than any other track.
Because initially, man, I didn't like it. I'm like, dude, no, bro. Like, because he's like, his lyrics, I was like, he went down this dark path, bro. I was like, dude, I can't follow this, man. He's talking about just all kinds of stuff, like his ex-girlfriend, about not anything like violent, but it's just more.
Over.
Yeah, but it's just like the word, like I know you guys have been in relationships. Like, think about like the worst thing you can think of, like how she treated you, or like
and the mental wear and tear it takes.
Like, yeah, just the
yeah.
I'm not saying nothing.
But I kind of compare it to like back when Eminem, Eminem wrote Kim.
Man,
Kim on
that dark.
It's there, bro.
Like, so we're recording it. Well, not like.
She's in the trunk of your
not like that.
Yeah,
but he's just talking about like how
like the sound aesthetics of it.
Yeah, I think it'd be more like how she messed him up, bro. Like mentally, like and then emotionally. Because I'm like, you transformed yourself. Like it wasn't the Devault we knew, like me, his family, people like that. And I was like, who is this?
Dark blood.
Yeah,
it was just false.
He was just like an empty vessel, bro. Like he wasn't himself. And I was just like,
but it made a great
therapy, right? And it's therapy, you get it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When
we first heard that, like we heard it at the end when we finished work on that song. We just sat there and we're like, dude.
Because even my verse, I went there too, and I was just like, yeah, I was like,
great here.
And then I heard it, and I was like, you know what, dude? I think you needed that, bro, because it really was like therapy.
Right.
Because I'm like, you got all your emotions out.
You go through
I
ups
had
and
a little
downs,
bit of battles like with my ex-girlfriend too, and I was like, you know what, dude? Whatever, bro. It's on wax now, and let's just do it. And then we did it, and that's it.
I mean, it's good that you guys came to a common ground and actually pushed it out, because people need to hear stuff like that. Right?
So there was no Vendetta after Vendetta?
And it's good that you guys worked it through. Us, we have to like rock, paper, scissors. Like, is it a good idea or not? Like, okay, 2 out of 3.
You're always picking rock!
Always rock!
Oh, voices escalate a bit though.
Yeah, they did.
Like, dude, you're not listening. Yeah.
Yeah, because Devault, when he gets in like his that tunnel vision, I'm like, dude, you got to do this, and he's like, no. I'm like, dude, it needs to sound like this. No. And I'm like, oh, you're pissing me off, bro.
At the end though, it makes it.
It makes, like you said, it was a great product, but it was a real uphill battle, bro. Probably one of the most difficult sessions we've ever had.
The Faded Promises sessions were rough. Yeah. But
it came out good, man. It's like I said, I'm proud of the overall product, and like if anything, it's just work. It's progression and stuff like that, evolution of yourself and of your buddy too.
Yeah.
Now, any advice you would give to any of these guys that are trying to do it? Because I mean, you guys give them great examples. You guys are great examples, period. But someone that's trying to make it and they're hearing all the negative, like, oh no, it's not a serious thing. No, it's not. You're wasting your time. Any advice you can give to them, to the younger generation?
First, so never stop. Keep pushing through. Don't give up. I mean, what you get out of something is what you put into it. So there's going to be haters all the time. There's going to be people say that you can't do it, but push through that, focus on the vision, and keep progressing. And you'll find success if you really, really shoot for it.
Yeah, I agree with that too, man. Like I think if you have a dream, it's the same thing with anything, man. It doesn't have to be music. It could be sports. It could be painting. It could be building. It could be anything. Reading. Something. It's just if you're passionate. I think it's that. If you're passionate about it, man, full throttle, go for it. It doesn't matter what it is. If you have the belief that you could do it, it's because like look what you do. You're a teacher, and yet we do this. And then I'm a soldier, and I still do my music. And you guys do all your stuff too. And you guys yet still put out something that people want to see or want to hear or want to watch. So I just think that, man, is just if someone puts you down, think about how you can go 3 steps forward than rather 2 steps back. So you're always trying to push yourself and be like the best you that you could be, pretty much.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, isn't that your army slowly?
But
He got it.
Be all that you could be.
All right.
Right on, Mike. There you go.
Starting with Devault.
Yeah.
Top 5 MCs.
Top 5.
Dang, it's only a 30-minute show.
My man. we're talking.
Underground, doesn't matter what.
That's a tough one. I would say, based off of personal preference, top 5 in no particular order.
Devault.
Devault, 1, 2,
Dialogue.
G-twist.
Yeah. Devault, and G-twist. Thanks, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Spit hot fire.
Hot spot of fire, bro.
I'd have to say,
That's funny.
I love Tech 9.
Oh yes.
Dope.
Tech 9 is
Okay.
awesome. I have to say Eminem just for wordplay. I mean, his wordplay is crazy.
Oh yeah.
And his vocabulary is
It's
vast.
very extent.
Yeah. So, Tech 9, Eminem. People are gonna hate me for this. You already know. You already know where I'm going with it.
Kanye.
Wait, which Kanye?
No, it's fine.
Because like, which Michael Jackson are you a fan of?
Right.
Well, Kanye.
I like all
Kanye.
Michael
You know,
Jacksons.
Who Scoop Kanye?
Who did he
Who
scoop?
did he scoop?
Yeah.
This verse right here?
For MCing, earlier Kanye. Yeah. For artistic visions and
Boobity scoop.
Scoop.
Burlap sack clothing.
There you go.
see the clothing line I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah.
Wearing a damn, what is it?
Like a
Potato.
Yeah,
Potato
it's,
burlap
you know,
sack.
Potato race or whatever.
It's
Potato sack. Yeah. But yeah, so earlier Kanye.
Cool.
Okay.
You know, if I was to throw it back,
I mean, I respect that.
but then I'm gonna go old school too, like Grandmaster Flash. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotta throw a classic in there.
Yeah, most definitely.
And
Rob Van Winkle.
and-
Vanilla Ice.
I hate you. Something you just-
Oh, damn.
My bad.
I know, and I'll throw it up. Nas. I'd say Nas. Nas
That's-
is yeah.
And then like top 3 bands influences.
He hasn't even answered the first.
Top 3 bands.
Yeah, 'cause I mean.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Radiohead
Yes.
is one. Yeah, Radiohead is amazing. I'd say Brand New is incredible. If you haven't listened to them, you're gonna hate on this. But
He promotes for them. He's like, you guys ever, it's a band called Brand
You're
New.
part of the sweet team or what?
Yeah, I know. He's a shameless plug. So check him out.
Giving out the flyers as soon as we leave.
oh, this is a brand new show. No. And then you know, I gotta say Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, if you look at
Kurt Cobain.
the originality behind that and the honesty behind that, and he just did not care
Yes.
about anything besides his vision, and he cared about other people, but no one was gonna tell him how to do it.
Vault kind of reminds me of that, man, in some aspects, which I think is he's pretty heavily influenced by Kurt for
Nirvana,
sure.
yeah, definitely.
Well, and that goes from his rock background too.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
So let's not go toward the end of the.
yeah. It was more in the
Yeah.
forefront of it.
Early days.
So your top 5 MCs.
My top 5,
Here we
man,
go, here we go.
completely different, but respect to Devault.
That's a hard question. There's a lot.
Yeah, there is. I'll go underground too, because that's where my background is. So I'm talking like I already said, it's like Atmosphere, so Slug and Ant for sure. Ant produces, but Slug raps from Atmosphere. Mortal Technique.
Yeah.
I will agree with Kanye too in some aspects. The older Kanye too. Eminem is a for sure thing. And then, man, my 5th one, I'm not too sure. I do have a lot of influences. I don't know.
Who
Man.
influences you the most?
The most? I think all those 4 do, man. 5th one, I don't really know.
I mean, there's a lot of good.
There really is, bro. I don't want to be condescending and be like, oh, myself, you know, and
he just did it.
I just did. He just talked. You gotta like, okay, I will.
I gotta be that
I don't want to be cocky. I don't want to be cocky. But you gotta like yourself, man. No, but on a serious note, I'd probably say, like NWA too, man, because they did their own. Like I know they're a group, but they did as far as
Which member though of NWA?
I don't know. I didn't know he was asking the questions, bro.
No, go ahead. Give him a mic.
Give him a mic. I think all of them, man. But it goes back to like, because 5 for me is a small number because I'm down with like Pac, Jay-Z, Dre, Snoop, Easy, Ice Cube, man, West Side Connection, like all this stuff too. So I'm like, 5 is a small number, but I think NWA is a big aspect, including like the people they collab with. But then I can think too, like Bone Thugs and Harmony, bro. So Kid and Play, bro. Like all this stuff, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I got. Yeah, but
Okay, now here's the.
Straight out of Compton.
Let's do the poll.
Wait, he didn't do his
We have
band?
the Tekashi, and then the Drake.
damn, bro. There's no there. Are you really asking me this?
Because I mean, we were hard like on Tekashi. Like we were really hard on Tekashi. Like, man, we don't like this dude, his background, and all this other stuff. But then the music's kind of growing.
Yeah, we were actually.
It is
I started
kinda
listening to his lyrics, and I was like, hey, he's actually saying something.
Like you'll be surprised how much West Coast is kind of playing him now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I just can't get past, bro. Like the rainbow hair and the rainbow grill.
Right.
But that could be a persona to where he like it's you can look a certain way and sound a certain way
And
too.
the reason I bring them both up.
That's Sherbert.
The sherbet.
That's sure.
That's why we're
Politan.
Yeah, Politan. But then you have the Drake where he's like known kind of to have someone else pin.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that influence you guys a lot? Like when you guys are picking your top, is like, you know what, they have to write their own thing, or it doesn't even matter.
I think because when you break it down, like even a lot of rappers nowadays, is they have people who produce their songs as far as like you said is writing too. Like it could be a collective group,
Right.
like us writing for one person. But I don't think that really. I don't know. Yes and no. It kind of ruins the experience because I'm like, if I think this person has those bars, and then I'm like, damn, dude, like 4 other people wrote for it. So it's like, how much is really like that as an artist? So like me, Devault and I is like we write our own stuff. But yeah, we might chime in like, hey, dude, we should flip this and change it. But it's like, I don't know, man. I've been a Drake fan from even back in the day, bro. Like
When he was
when
in
he was in the
Grassy.
wheelchair, like when he
Grassy.
Grassy, when he was in the wheelchair. But yeah, man, I don't know. Tekashi is just a different thing for me. I don't really like him, bro. No offense.
No.
It's
he's not gonna be on the show.
fan.
So.
maybe I don't know.
He'll be in prison for like 3 years.
Three-way.
I haven't heard that one. Oh,
Or no, it's not 3-way. It's a Treyway. Yeah,
no, 3 ways is pretty funny.
Treyway.
That's what they try to do, and that's why he got hit in the head in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
That probably.
Yeah, he got beat up, man, at like an airport or something. But that style of music, that reminds me a lot of like not Tekashi, but I'm talking like XX, Testacion, or however he says his name. Like all that type of stuff. Like that's his type of genre. Like rock, more emotion, yelling on tracks, but like with a trap beat. I'm all. That's what's new now, man. That's what people like. So.
You have the same with like grunge music is kind of moving into rap.
That, you know what? Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I couldn't put my finger or on what it was.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's grunge.
Grunge, yeah.
It's like the new, like not quite emo scene, but it's like the
No.
emo scene revamped.
No, but it is.
Platform.
It's revamped because you got to think about like what they're like you said is he's actually saying something. It's like his emotion.
Like what's his name? All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.
Oh, little Uzi Vert.
Uzi Vert, you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of dark. You
That,
know?
that is kind of like
Yeah.
an emo.
You know, yeah, it has that emo feel. Like, you
Has
know,
those
now
vibes
that
to
you
it,
put it in that perspective, it's like, you know, it is
So
kind
that'd
of.
be the 5th album.
There you go. Right in perspective.
Shout out,
The cover
shout out to me for that one.
There you go.
The cover will be just like both of us in a dark corner somewhere.
And then like a bowl of melting ice cream.
We're gonna be on the cover.
Yeah.
Did it, guys? You heard it here first.
That's it. That's what it is, bro.
So you guys have any shows coming up, or?
You guys working on it?
Yeah, we're trying to work. Yeah, we got a little bit of things working on, so we'll make sure to let you guys know and then let everybody else know what's going on. But yeah, it's gonna be local shows. The next one we got, we're hoping is in Vegas too. We got a plug out there too
Oh,
that
nice.
we might come out there and do a show. Then anything down here in the valley, man.
Yeah, we're looking at a few venues. We're talking to Hot Rods down here. We're talking to what was it? Oh, Patty's here in Raleigh.
Patty's in Raleigh and
Patty's.
Yeah,
Shout out to Patty's.
Good people.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
very good people. What's the owner's name? Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan.
Yeah. So a few things coming up. We've been trying to get Inferno, but
It was kind of dormant for like a couple months, man. Like we had a good little following, and then it's just like I said, like we got to put in the time, put in the work, and
Right.
hopefully it pains out. Especially with this, man. We'll promote you guys too, and we thank you for the support. and
Definitely appreciate
all
that.
that stuff.
Thank you,
I also see you guys brought some stuff here.
We did
What's
shirts.
shirts this is for our triple scoopers out there. A little giveaway we're gonna be having soon. How should we do this? A little hashtag Devault or hashtag TechniColouR,
Yeah,
and
either or.
put in a little raffle.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Once once this video gets uploaded, you know, comment below, you know, and hashtag, you know, Devault GTWIST, you know,
TechniColouR and
Yeah, we have a few different sizes.
Triple Scoop and
Hashtag Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mr. Steal. There we go. Hashtag Mr. Steal Your Girl. We'll use
There
that.
you go.
That works.
We'll use that. Hashtag Mr. Steal Your Girl. We'll put you in the
I've had
in the
that
raffle.
I've had that thing for a while, man. I've been saying that, but I know was it Trey Songz said that in the.
Mrs. Still Your
Yeah.
Girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mrs. Still Your Girl. Yeah, it was catchy, bro. It's just like, but then I'm that guy.
Yeah.
That's not how I mean to be, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's happened a few times. I didn't mean to be, but I'm sorry. Anyways.
Well, anyways, thank you guys for coming to the
Yeah.
show.
I appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Devault GTWIST.
Yeah.
We'll link all their
Social
social
media.
medias in the bottom. And then don't forget to subscribe Triple Scoop, and then also follow them on SoundCloud and on the rest of the social medias.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't forget hashtag Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yes.
Yes, up there. All right.
Right here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys.
And check out the video coming up.